Welcome back to BYU Sports Station. We are live in Studio B. I'm Spencer Linton alongside Jarom Jordan. Halfway point of the BYU men's basketball season, so we have the halfway point superlatives, like best player, best play, best win, worst loss, among a few others. So let's get to it, Jarom. As we discuss the midseason superlatives, who is, at the current time, the best player for BYU?
I think this one's pretty obvious. It's Ricardo Saunders. Richie's been awesome. Leading scorer, 43% from three is better than we thought. 3 games of 25 plus.
Yeah.
Highlighted by the 30 against Arizona State. He's top 50 nationally in effective field goal percentage. I think he's been BYU's best player.
He's one of the best three-point shooters in the Big 12 right now, which is wild. You think about that. Like,
he's awesome.
What? Yeah, it's Richie Saunders. Who would it be if it weren't Richie Saunders? That was what I struggled with.
We should have done second best player.
Like, who would it be if it weren't Richie Saunders? Is it Trevin Nell?
It's hard to say Yegor given the struggles recently, right?
Is it Foose? I don't know.
I don't know. BYU's got 4 or 5 guys that would be
splitting hairs there.
Candidates there. Down Hall the last couple of games has been really good. There was a stretch where Dawson Baker was awesome. Keba Keita's numbers have gone down just a touch, but as a role player, hard to be like second best. I don't know. I want the best player on the team to be Yegor or Cannon, and I want the second best player to be Yegor or Cannon. I think if those two, because we know what we're going to get from the vets.
Really, you don't want a vet to be the best player?
Well, I just think those 2 freshmen take you to another level.
No question there.
Because we know what the vets are going to do. They're awesome.
But I
wouldn't have a problem with Richie or Dallin being the best player.
See,
Foose
that's
as
me.
the backup center, I don't think he should be your best player if he is starting that. So it's kind of an interesting
BYU needs an alpha late in the game, and I think Dallin Hall is that guy.
Yeah, even though he's the backup point guard at the moment.
No, give him. Who's the finisher in the game?
Good conversation with him, by the way.
Dallin Hall.
That couldn't be easy to come off the bench. He's fully embraced it emotionally. That's hard.
You not love Dallin. Embrace him.
How do you not love
He's so
Dallin?
important for this team. Most important player, halfway point, Dallin Hall.
Dallin and Richie and Trevin epitomize the traditional BYU player. You're going to need those guys to win in the future.
You need to rely on them.
One and dones like AJ.
Yes.
You need those guys.
Yep.
Okay, next up, worst loss.
Is it worst loss or best win?
Best win.
Best win. Okay. I was like, wait, I'm not ready. Best win, Arizona State. Yep. Or, wait for it, tomorrow at Utah.
Yeah, that was my answer, too. Tomorrow at Utah's the answer.
It's Arizona State right now at home, 20-point win.
Yeah.
As far as metrics go, that's the best team that BYU has beaten head-to-head.
Best net rank, 2.
Quad 2 win.
And you win by 20?
Yeah. Yeah, you dominated. Your biggest win in your short Big 12 history.
The fifth bullet point here. Is there a better win? No, there's not. What would be better? Oklahoma State? They're 123 in net. Florida A&M or something?
NC State?
Wyoming? No.
It's Arizona State.
In fact, I wish BYU had 1 or 2 better wins than this. They didn't play a great non-conference. They're 2-3 in league play so far. Like, I wish we were saying at TCU.
Yes, if there were a road win at TCU, that would be the win. Because it's a road win.
Yes.
And it's borderline quad 1.
Yes. Okay, worst loss.
Oh, this one hurts. At Providence.
Agreed.
And there are multiple layers to that. It set back Yegor Deming weeks, literally, because of his injury.
And emotionally.
And now he's trying to get back from that.
Yes.
Like, this cost him a significant amount of emotional headspace.
I think it cost BYU in that losing streak, too.
Yes.
Like, Yegor wasn't playing his best ball, getting back up to speed.
If he doesn't have to sit out for 4 weeks, we're having a different conversation here talking about BYU's best win being against Texas Tech.
They're not beating Houston, but Texas Tech could have been a more winnable game.
Yes.
I don't think BYU automatically beats Texas Tech, but if Yegor doesn't get hurt and BYU doesn't get blown out against Providence, maybe things are different.
It also didn't allow Yegor and Dallin to play basketball in meaningful games through the entire month of December.
Yeah.
I hate that reality.
Well,
it just set them back.
I mean, there weren't that many meaningful games.
Sorry. Games that count in the standings. Give them time to gel and build a cohesive backcourt.
Wyoming and Florida. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I hate that reality.
And it's not like the Friars are that good. They're 9-9 net 88. So that's on a neutral court, that's a quad 2 loss.
It was an embarrassing loss, and it cost BYU.
They're not as good as we were hoping.
With injuries, and then now you're staggering injuries between Dallin and Yegor. It just set them back.
You better hope Providence stays in the top 100 net, by the way. And I think they will in the Big East, but if they don't, that becomes a quad 3 loss.
Well, it's 135, isn't it? Because it was True Road.
Oh, it was True Road. You're right. It was neutral. Check that.
Okay.
They're going to be just fine.
Okay.
That'll be a quad 2. No worries. Not a bad loss.
Okay, next one. Favorite play of the season?
There have been some good plays. This one's a little off the board, but I thought it was Keita. I don't even remember which game. Dunking a missed free throw. Central Arkansas, I'm told.
The missed free throw
He
dunk.
dunked off a missed free throw, which to me is rare. He just dunks over that fool.
That doesn't happen.
That was unique. I was like, oh, this guy can get up. There's been some good dunks, some good threes, whatever, but this was the play for me. I hope this is play number 7 at the very end of the year. I hope there are many more better plays.
Like Dallin Hall hitting those 2 huge threes against Oklahoma State to swing the momentum back, that was nice. Like we want a bunch of those, but in terms of just like wow factor, it happened against Oklahoma State. Jaeger with a block in the key results in an immediate transition pass to Trevin Knell that then ends in an alley-oop dunk for Keita. We just saw. There's the block from Jaeger. Outlet,
push it
to Trevin, and then an immediate recognition, throw it down. That sequence was fantastic.
And that took, what, 3.8 seconds? Like, that was...
This is when Jaeger was in his blitz.
Yes.
In the Jaeger blitz, doing all things well.
Yes. If Trevin doesn't dribble there, it's a no-dribble possession.
Yeah, I like that.
Very Hoosiers.
Maybe there's something better. I'd be interested to see if some of you have different options there for best
I'll be
play.
honest, not a lot stuck out.
Like best play.
I wish we were saying Foose, game winner versus Ole Miss, Foose, game winner versus TCU.
Cannon Cashings has had some awesome dunks.
Some great dunks, some great blocks.
Yeah.
Those have been awesome. So, yeah, there'll be a lot of great plays by the end of the regular season. Let's go.
Last one. Biggest surprise at the midway point of the season.
The BYU doesn't have a quad 1.
Amen.
And that Jaeger Demina and Cannon Catchings aren't like crushing it. I was hoping at this point they would be just killing it and would be like, dude, BYU's awesome. They're headed for like a 5 seed. These guys are 1-and-dones for sure. They're going to be both first-round picks. They could totally, all those things can still happen.
Yeah.
I just thought by this point we would see a little more progress in that department.
Sure. I was hesitant. I was hesitant to begin with because I was like, look, we got all this awesome stuff. It's just going to take a little while. And then it's taking even longer because of what we just talked about, injuries and everything that's going on with that, the emotional struggles of Cannon's, his frustration being benched. So again, I had some trepidation, but it's even further back than I thought it was going to be.
And in the end, as long as BYU plays well in March,
that's what matters most.
The timeline didn't matter. It's, can you play well in March?
Yes.
Can you get to the NCAA tournament, and can BYU win a game?
Play your best basketball.
I would like 2 wins.
Late in the season, yes.
If that takes longer than we thought, who cares?
But in terms of just like straight up surprise, I agree with you. No road win, no quad 1 win.
It's a little weird.
That to me is like, what?
But again, that can all change tomorrow at Utah.
In one game.
Absolutely.
In one game.
Speaking of quads, it's just a 2-team meet, but Monday there'll be 2 quad meets.
Yeah.